Welcome to workout routine number 1. Workout routine number 1 starts with the mountain climber. You might find the mountain climber challenging in the beginning, but it's one of those exercises, once you build up strength, you really start enjoying it. Important with the mountain climber is you start like from a high plank position. High plank position is not like that. High plank position is like you lean into the plank like that. Yeah? Then you bring your thigh up to your chest and you never look into the ground. 1, 2. The higher you bring your knee up to your chest, the better the form of the exercise. You could get started with 6 like that. 1, and hold it there for 2 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then more dynamic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's important to pull in the tummy. You engage for 30 seconds. Lean into the plank, and your weight is on your arms, yeah? So your weight is not in the back. That's why I said lean into the plank. All right, that's the mountain climber. The next one is the abs crunch, or abs 1, how I call it. It's all the ab exercises we do. They really look after your lower back and they don't put any strain onto your lower back, which is great. So abs 1 starts in that position. You take your arms, and what you imagine, you slide your arms or your hands parallel to your thighs. I don't want you to crunch with your neck like that. I want the opposite. I want you to look into the sky and a little bit backwards. So a proper ab crunch looks like that. 1, and you hold it for 2 seconds. 1, and when you come up, you breathe out and hold it, and down. And don't worry if your movement is very little. If your movement at the moment is just that, then that's what it is. You will see over time you build strength in your abdominals and you'll be easily lifting up your upper body like that. Just make sure you're focusing on this area. So close your eyes, really focus on that abdominal area. Don't crunch your neck. And breathe out. Don't hold the air in when you are engaging the crunch. So up, breathe out, down, up, breathe out. That's abs 1. Next exercise, I'm looking up what it is. It's the 90-degree crunch, or abs 2. So legs are in a 90-degree angle. My arms are to the back and I bring my arms forward. Once my arms touch the floor, the motion is towards my heels. So the proper execution of the exercise is arms forward, and breathe out. Just make sure these legs are at a 90-degree angle. Preferably you point your toes, but you can try the different positions, either push your heels out or point your toes, it makes marginal difference in how you feel and how you engage your abs. There is no right or wrong, just play around and just play around with those settings. The single leg crunch is you have your leg parallel to your thigh, completely parallel. Important is that you point your toes and you have your arms to the back. You go up like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can hold it for 2 seconds there, even better. What you don't want is to crunch with your neck. Your neck stays relatively parallel. The best is you push it back and you look into the sky. If you can do 8 on each side, if you can do 8 on each side, you do really well. And you do 30 seconds or 8 on each side, and then you do the other side, you use the other leg. Remember, breathing out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool. The next one is bicycles. Bicycles, as with any other exercise, the form is super important. With bicycles, you put your hands on the side of your head, and what you want to do is you want to straighten that leg and really straighten that other leg. Point your toe, bring up that elbow to your knee without crunching. Again, you want to more push your head towards the sky or the ceiling. 2, 3, and breathe out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The more you straighten that leg, the more you feel the cross section of your abdominals working. Push out this leg, point the toes. Over time, in the beginning, you might just feel a general soreness or being exhausted in that abdominal area. Over time, you will feel the different sections dependent on the exercises you do, engaging during the exercise. The next one is the squat. What's really important with the squat, I might change the angle of the camera so you can see me in full height. What's important with the squat is that your toes are pointed to the outside. You're standing a little bit more than shoulder wide. And in a squat, what you want to achieve is you want to push those heels or the knees to the outside. At the same time, you use your arms and you step out. 1. If you don't have the flexibility of squatting completely down, then you just stay at that angle. You execute the angle you can do at the moment. And what's important is that all your pressure is on your heels when you get up. So when you get up, you pull in the tummy and you push out through your heels. 1. Knees are out and up. 3. 4, and explore that range of the squat. So when you're at the moment here, then just try to sit down, put pressure on your heels and lean into the squat. Do 5 proper ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm in the wrong week here now. Hang on a sec. Yes. The next one is the lunge. I take the mat away. With the lunge, it's very important to use your core during the entire exercise. So when I do the lunge, I personally have my arms on my head, and let's get started slow. Put my foot forward, I engage my heel, I engage my core. That makes sure that my upper body stays straight, and I lunge down, and I keep my heel on the ground. 1, and I change over. 2, 3, 4, 5. If I don't engage my core, what's happening is my upper body gets unstable and the lunge looks like that. I'm sure you've seen it. Most people who do it, they do the lunge like that with a really unstable upper body. So, and if the cat can, so this is Floki. Floki, do you want to say hello? I show you a dynamic lunge. So you always want to land on your heel, and you really want to engage this upper body. All right, so that's the lunge. And the last one is a low plank. It's the opposite of the high plank. The high plank is on our hands. The low plank is on our forearms. With the low plank, I get onto my forearms. I look ahead and I try to find the right spot. I really want to lean into the plank. I want to engage my core, and I want to push back my heels at the same time. When I push back my heels, I pull in my tummy and I lean forward. And this is a proper low plank. I engage my glute, I push back my heels, I pull in my tummy, and I lean into the plank. All right? And I'm getting out of the plank by getting onto my hands and jumping forward. I avoid from any exercise to put my knees down and to get up. So get into the habit of you're doing a lower plank, boom, you're done, perfect, up on my arms, jump, and that's it. Cool. I hope you enjoyed this routine and it helps you to execute those exercises in the perfect form. See you later.